Hey folks, Sunny Carey here with campaigns and elections. Big thanks to Lightbox Search for sponsoring today's video case study. The traditional campaign playbook no longer exists. Google search results are where to win in 2022. Lightbox Search is an all-in-one search intelligence platform for political campaigns to monitor and improve search results regionally or hyper-locally to further their campaign objectives. I'm joined today by Jesse Jacobs, CTO of Lightbox Search, and Lee Neves, political strategist at Cross Currents LLC. Thanks to both of you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Anytime, guys. And today's case study is centered around the idea that in order for political campaigns to succeed in 2022 and beyond, they must embrace a search-centric frame of mind when crafting their communications campaigns. That being said, Lee, why don't you start us off? So does the traditional campaign playbook still exist? What's changed?
I think what's changed is how campaigns view attracting voters and reaching voters. For the longest time, campaigns were like, here's the campaign playbook, turn to page 33, let's do this 3 weeks out from election day. And with COVID and with the pandemic, that kind of created a shift that a lot of us, myself included, and I was always big on using digital advertising and whatnot, but when it came to reputation management and misinformation online, not so much. And when you find out it's such a large part of a campaign, I mean, somebody sees a TV ad or here's a radio ad, they're going to Google that candidate's name, and up comes a list of of stories on that candidate. So it really is twofold. Obviously the voter contact on your end that you can control, but being able to control what many people thought was uncontrollable, which is what shows up about you on an online search.
Great, thanks, Lee. And speaking of negative things that may come up when it comes to search, Jesse, my next question is for you.
Yeah.
How do you combat negative or misinformation that may appear in search results?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great question. Combating negative content and misinformation in search really has three main components. The first one is performing a digital audit. You have to know what you're up against. You have to understand the relative strength of the various search results that appear for a search term. Certain negative things might wash away naturally with the news cycle, whereas other things might be really sticky and stay around for a long time. And you don't want to have to do unnecessary work fighting something that's going to be gone by tomorrow. Also, news can show up differently in different locations. We have a tool that allows our users to see organic search results from anywhere that they can access Google, or one could access Google. And you'll find that, especially for a candidate's name or a local or regional campaign, search results can differ dramatically. So performing that audit upfront to understand what the size of that crisis is, or that negative news and misinformation is really essential. The second part of it is a content creation campaign that's backed by real digital strategy. You want to certainly put out content that is effective both from a campaign winning perspective, but also from a Google perspective. Putting out press releases that don't rank well on Google isn't going to help your online profile. And then that last phase is going to be performing ongoing monitoring. You certainly never really know what's going to happen with Google search results. Google provides search results in real time on demand for every searcher, and they're unique and customized based on that searcher's past behavior. So keeping an eye on those search results on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis is essential to ensuring those results don't pop back up.
Great, thank you, Jesse. And Lee, just a follow up from me. How can candidates and campaigns better engage their voters and donors?
I think Jesse hit the nail on the head, especially when it comes to Google search results, is content creation. One thing we did when we started using Lightbox was, we went through and, kind of did the digital audit, top 10 stories that showed up about my client, who's now a California State Assembly member, Carlos Villapudua. And from there, you're able to see, okay, this is a negative one, this is a neutral one. There actually was a story, I want to say it ranked number 4 on the list. His cousin is a county supervisor, and that story was about his cousin. Nothing to do with the campaign, nothing to do with the candidate, nothing to do with the opponent, somebody totally not related to the campaign. So you're able to kind of flag that and, move it out, move to the bottom. But then, there were a couple negative stories that popped up, be it letters to the editor or whatnot. And from there, we went into content creation that was Google search digital friendly. And in our case, it was taking a lot of our TV ads, putting them on YouTube, putting it on our website, so it would show up more. Taking our digital ads that we use digitally and doing the same exact thing. And by adding those on social media, and we put those all across social media. So they went into our website, went into our YouTube channel, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and we had those across all the social media platforms we were using. And that content, and it's obviously all positive on our end, because we're focusing on our candidate. That helps, that helps lower the negative stories and populate it with positive posts on about the candidate.
Great, thank you, Lee, for that. Appreciate it. And Jesse, another question for you. How do you figure out what people see from one electoral district to another, and how much of that matters?
That's a really great question. It absolutely matters. Google search results are pulled, as I said, on demand and in real time, but they are localized for the searcher. So, if we look at search trends since the lockdown started, like localized searches have exploded. If we look at something simple and basic, just to understand it, searches for, coffee near me. You don't want to see coffee shops from halfway, across the country. So Google does a really good job of making content local to you. The answer is, how do you figure out what people see from one place to another? That's actually a really frustrating issue that a lot of communicators and digital strategists come up against, because Google doesn't make it easy. We have on our end, and I can actually just share my screen real quick to show everyone how it works. We have a technology solution that makes it extremely easy for our users to access localized search results for any search term. And I actually have here pulled up search results for Carlos, from the region of the United States. But with Lightbox search, you can run a search for any keyword or term. So your candidate, your campaign slogan, or your issues, for example, and you can run a search from anywhere that search results are available. Google search results specifically, we could pick California if we wanted to just drill down on the state, and we'll get localized information from there. And this is all generated in real time and curated on demand like a real search would be. So our platform, this would be examples of search results that our users or our searchers would see in California with related search terms. We don't get some of the data here on political subject matters because Google isn't sharing that information for politics, such as the cost per click and things like that. So you might see a few zeros, but all of this information would be top related searches, and that those would also be localized to California, giving you some really unique insights on what audiences in different places are actually searching for, and engaging with, giving you the ability to craft more powerful, page one profiles. I noticed I heard Lee comment, by the way, just earlier, talking about donation pages. And that was a really big scramble for us and some of our users during, the last election cycle. Was, okay, all of our events used to be in person and based on handshakes. Now, how do we get donations in this COVID era? And helping our users optimize their donations pages, which were kind of an afterthought to their main primary campaign sites, to appear in their key demographics, was a critical objective and something we were, fortunately able to help them do. Now we'll stop my share so we can
Thanks,
see everybody.
Appreciate that. All right, Lee, and another follow-up for you. We've talked a bit now about, of course, Google search and, the function of Lightbox as well. But tell me, how important is it for a candidate or campaign's website to rank high in Google search?
Especially for an underdog campaign like ours. We definitely did not raise as much money as our opponent. Just to give you a little background, we were running against the chair of the County Board of Supervisors. Everyone assumed she was a shoo-in. She was just going to walk in, and we were an afterthought. And so being able to, first of all, you have to have a website that has that content that people are going to really get something from and something positive from. Too many people have a website. Hey, here's my website. Here's my bio. Here's how to get a yard sign. Here's how to donate. As to where ours went into, this is where he's at on the issues. These are our endorsements, and not just the list of names, but we had actually photos or logos to go with the endorsement if it's a person or an organization. And so it's really having that content-rich website that you could then use there on social media to highlight. Couple things I'd like to point out is when you saw back there the score, when we first started with Lightbox, I want to say we were low 50s, and you saw the nationwide score, it was 79. The California-wide score was 66, which is still higher than where we started. And one great thing we were able to do is, you saw at the very bottom, there was a green and a yellow and a red. So there would be stuff that, for example, there was one in there that was yellow that is actually a positive, because it's talking about how, he defeated the candidate and he's now the assembly member. Obviously a positive thing. I believe it was the Villapudua page. So automatically Google says this is neutral. It's, the political version of Wikipedia, but it has positive information about us and the outcome of our campaign. So we would hit green on that, reputation score goes up. And we were able to do that throughout all of the listings on the Lightbox, on our Lightbox page.
Great, thank you, Lee. And big thanks once again to Lightbox Search for sponsoring today's video case study. And of course, an even bigger thank you to both Jesse and Lee for joining us. Thanks, guys, and we hope to see you again next time pretty shortly.
Really appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, it was a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for having us.